No, I've never filmed a conversation together.
What a privilege. We just, well, we're quite individual. We've got different individual stories, haven't we? So I guess it's
Mad that it was just over 6 years ago when I messaged you saying I've got an idea. Let's go for some chicken.
And Mila came.
Was Mila with us?
Yeah.
I used to take my firstborn to the business meeting. She was in every boardroom I was in. That was good fun.
I mean, I can't believe I was so dumb about it, to be honest. My head was so up my arse with being in debt with Cirque. I just ended up just thinking you were pitching me. And then, God, like at the end when you said...
Well, you didn't realise I was pitching you?
No, I thought you were pitching. I thought you were pitching me to say, like, can I help you start your own brand? Not like, can I actually come on board and do a men's jewellery brand with you? But I think, what did you say at the end? Did you like, do you want to do it or not?
I got to the lift, yeah. I was going to the car park. And you were like, cool, but yeah, well, thanks for food. And I was like, well, do you want to do it then or what? And you're like, oh shit, you want me to do it with you?
Fucking hell, yeah.
Head was up your ass.
I know, but wow, like 6 years ago, last Thursday was when we officially launched. I know it's like we've shuffled it or whatever, but like I can't believe it's 6 years. It feels like one, to be honest, doesn't it?
It's mad, what it. I remember when we started and we said we'll do it for this amount of time, we'll build it to this, and we'll sell it. Don't get romantic about it. And wow, it's like this year it'll be 10x that.
You didn't think it'd get this big, did you? No, without a doubt. I thought it was going to be the side hustle to what I was doing at the time, the consultancy and all that sort of stuff. It was never ever going to be what the biggest. Do you think the biggest men's jewellery brand? It's got to be. Like, if we're not the biggest, we're in the club, aren't we?
Yeah, it was definitely. I thought it was going to be the side thing to the footwear brand I was doing at the time, but my gut feeling knew that the gap in the market was there, and knew it was the right thing to do. And I was advised not to do it from people I respect and everything, because I had the other brand, but I just knew that it was there. And obviously we'd spoke a lot, and we'd sort of connected on points on how we like to work, and we were reading a lot of the same stuff at the time and that, weren't we?
I still think people don't get it. They don't understand that a men's jewellery brand can be as big as we are. Someone the other day I was meeting and I met with, and he said, do you think it's got a cap on the market? And I said, well, how big is the jewellery market? How big is the men's portion of that? And I actually think we've grown the market. I don't think that the market is like a size. I think we're growing the market. I think we're introducing jewellery to people that have never worn jewellery before. So that makes us pioneers, obviously. And when you've got that power, I think we're in control of growing our own market rather than a cap on the market, if you know what I mean. Which I've never really thought of before until that conversation. That like, how many people at the moment, how many men, don't wear jewellery, and how many of those people are going to start wearing jewellery because of the flywheel that we're creating.
100%. Every day there's lads messaging me like, I've not got a necklace but I want to get one. Should I get this one or this one, or how should I get it? Like, how should I wear it? What should I wear it with? So we were definitely at the start of it, and I think that's why we're more prominent in America than we are here, because obviously they've been wearing a lot of jewellery for longer than us. But it's definitely, we're definitely setting the trend with it all, that's for sure. It's nice. It's a nice feeling.
Where do you think it's going to be when we're 10? So we're six.
We're
six
10.
now. When we're 10, where we're going to be?
I think with the momentum we've got, I think when we're 10 we'll be almost 10x where we are now. I just don't, I feel like, and I know it's quite a cliche saying, but I feel like we're just getting started. What you said before, where we didn't know what the cap was on the market, I feel like we were half thinking, what are we at it? And then this year's just gone like...
Yeah, I think 2020, when we did the same revenue, 21, 22, I thought, is that it? Is that it? And then obviously 23 was ridiculous. 24 has like shocked everybody. So, I mean, we can't get complacent. We got a bit complacent in 22. We can't get complacent again, but geez, if the growth is there, I mean, we could end the year on 42% growth, which in a market like it is at the moment, obviously it's not the greatest economic climate, but if we keep going at that, anywhere near that rate, the compounding effect for the next 4 years, that's a big boy.
You know what? I just as long as I keep enjoying it and keep having fun, then I'll be happy. Whether it goes to the moon or it doesn't, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying who I'm doing it with, and I'm enjoying the ride along the way. So whether it ends up being a household name and an absolute beast or it doesn't, I'm enjoying it, so that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, we don't put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and people do it as grown naturally. We could put pressure on ourselves, like we've still never done any wholesale. We're still only in a few territories, like key territories. There's so much more we could do, but it could mean like trebling the size of the team. It could mean less social interactions. There's so much like it could affect, because it's healthy at the moment. It's calm. There's a lot of nice pressure on results, but that's what everyone wants. Everyone's ambitious. They don't want to be sat in a business which is going backwards, do they? So
I think we want everyone to be happy in the business, don't we?
I think that comes with it. A good working environment, the whole work from home thing that we've got, once a week in the office. But I think everybody wants the same thing. We want exceptional customer service, we want exceptional products, we want great prices. Like, that's all we need to focus on. They're the three pillars that will give us a business which continually grows. So I think as long as we've got those, obviously keeping the guys happy at all times anyway, but that's the fundamentals. Like, we can't let it slip on. As we get bigger, we can't let customer service slip, we can't let product quality slip, we can't kind of get complacent and just think what's a good seller now is going to be a good seller in 10 years or by the time we're 10. I think that's it. You don't need hundreds of staff to do those core things, just natural growth.
Yeah, 100%.
10, bloody hell. So like 6, so 4 more years. What year will that be then?
I can't believe it's 6 years already. That's absolutely flown by. What was the first 2 years of the business? We didn't take a penny out, did we?
Nope. This is the thing. People think they're looking at it's all right for you. You've made your money now and all that. But for 2 years we didn't.
$2 grand in at the start. No money out.
2.5.
All money in.
2.5. 2.5 minus a Nando's.
Yeah. Nando's on the expenses.
Did you expense that?
Nah.
So you only put like what, 1,947 in or something. I think in the next 4 years, we've got a real opportunity. There's been some brands, watch brands, other jewellery brands, which have just created ridiculous sized companies on Shopify, and I think that's my Champions League. I've said it. Like we've made enough money to sit on our hands a little bit now if we wanted to and be complacent or just maintain it. But I think the ambition inside of us wants, or for me anyway, I want to create my Champions League trophy, which is hitting a certain level. I won't say specifically, but hitting a certain level. And when you get there, you're in the Hall of Fame, Shopify Hall of Fame. I think that's I've been in e-commerce since I was 22, so for 15 years or something. So that's all I've known, and that's my trophy. I don't know what it is for you. Like, forget like the kind of the money side of it and all that sort of stuff for growth. What is the kind of purpose like that you go for every day? Why do you enjoy this over something else which could just give you money?
For me, it's still about when I go out and I see people in it, or people come over to me and get the chain out, or I'm just about and I see the tags on the back of people's necks. That's the buzz I get, and that's what it's always going to be for me. It's
everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's everywhere.
Yeah,
the feeling never dies, does it?
The more people I see, the more names that I see, the more celebrities that I see, the more pieces I can create that the people want to wear. That's the buzz for me. The business and the money and all that's a nice byproduct, but for me it's just about the buzz of people knowing it, people knowing me for it,
yep.
and people wearing the pieces proudly, and how it makes them feel. That's the money for me.
And the customers. So what are we on now? How many customers do you think we've got in the community? I think we hit 1 million customers sometime around December, January. So maybe another half a year on top. I'd probably say maybe about 1.3 million customers. That's a lot of men and women, of course. People buy gifts, but that's a big community, and so one of our big challenges and opportunities, how do we tap into that community more? How can we get people involved in the product selection? How can we get people involved in events?
Just in the brand, isn't it? Just want to come along on the ride with us. It's hard to, because of how it's grown so fast with the scale, trying to communicate and bring them along for the ride. It's been a challenge for us, but something that definitely we really want to do, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there's like a fine line between being kind of cringe, between like just trying to force a community and actually getting people involved who want to be involved. And I think we've kind of crept forward. We're not fully gone in. We're not doing run clubs and things like that, you know, like everyone kind of started to do. So for us, it's got to be specific to the jewellery, the accessories, like people that actually want to be in our kind of experiential events that we're going to run. Down the line, we're still trying to crack it, but I think as a brand and a community that we can attach to the brand, there's definitely value in it. And there's just something we've not really, I wouldn't say nailed because we've not really gone heavy on it, but I think it's something that we could do in the next 4 years, definitely. I don't know why I'm putting 4 years as like the cap. It could be like 20 years, but like
that 10-year anniversary, baby. It's
coming.
It's creeping.
How many UK businesses last to 10 years? It's like, what is it, 70% of startups fail in the first year?
I think that's not just UK, I think it's everywhere, isn't it? But
yeah, I can imagine,
yeah. Even just to still be alive after 6 years is a feat in itself, never mind.
For you, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, for me and the brand, yeah. It's a feat in itself, never mind to be where we're at and, you know, enjoying it as much as we are still, and we haven't had one argument.
No.
The whole time.
No. I think it's a super important lesson actually in being, without blowing smoke up your ass, but like in being co-founders, we have our roles specifically. You could look at it at the business. I mean, you could draw a line in it. I've always been an operator, so I don't need to be the guy at the front. I don't need to be the guy designing products because I've never designed products. You've designed products all your life. Obviously been a model, face the brand, all that sort of stuff. Why would I try and go into that and go, Alex, I don't like your face, I want to be the face of the brand? You know, like that's when animosity starts coming, I think. In the same way that you would say, you might not like a Facebook ad, but like if it's working, it's driving an undercurrent. It's like that kind of falls into my realm, and that's it.
There's only been once actually, and you did, and I like you said, we don't go into each other's realms.
Did I go in yours?
No, I went in yours.
Oh.
But I remember when we was working with a particular agency and they were doing our ads.
Oh, they were shit though.
And I was just like, I'm losing sleep over this ad being out there. Do you remember? And you're like, all right, cool, I'll take it down.
Yeah.
Do you remember? But other than that, like you said, I think that's it. It's just we're the yin and the yang, aren't we? And that's why it works.
Yeah, I think that's it for like as co-founders. Like say, arguments can be healthy, but I'd say we never get to argument. We just, if we have a disagreement, we kind of fall back to actually, well, that does fall under your realm. We agreed that at the start, so your call. And if like you say something like, you know what, I had like that in that case with the agency, I hate it. It's like, well, actually, do you know what? It is crap. That I think there's personalities that were dug the heels in and said, no, it's fine. I think it's how we've developed as people as well. I mean, like, you know, both in our 30s now, we've like maybe in our 20s we might have been a bit more testosterone filled or whatever and got a bit hotter. But
what's the hardest part about working with me?
What's the hardest part? Wow, what a question. I look ugly when I'm sat next to you.
That's a bad answer. That's a cop out.
So what is the hardest part about working with you? I think you are more of a perfectionist than I am. And it goes in your favour more than it goes in my favour. I hate the phrase like good but not great. So I would never ship something that's good. I would always want to ship something that's great but not perfect. Whereas you will always go for perfect. Like I know sometimes you'll launch things like you'll be like a little bit unhappy with, but I think like taking in an example of the caps. So we wanted to launch caps maybe last year sometime, but you took longer and like to do it and created a much better product. But me in my commercial world, like we've missed out on 6 months worth of caps. Yeah, you like slap a logo on a cap and get it out there. Just do plain ones.
Yeah.
So I think that, but that's a me problem. So I guess you might say that's a bit of a cop out, but that is a me problem. But I like to do things at speed.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about my job is to grow the company and make sure there's money in the bank. So I'm thinking about so we're doing a new category. Let's get it out. Let's get ads. I know we could do it quicker. Whereas you are in the customer's head more, making sure the fit's right perfectly rather than launch a bunch of stuff, get some refunds, redo it, all that sort of stuff. So
yeah, you just want to put stuff out you're proud of. That's all it is for me. I would never want to put something out there that I wouldn't wear myself, I'm not proud of, and I'm proud to see on other people. So I'm just a bit protective and pedantic about it, but I think it pays dividends in the long run.
Yeah, like you say, it's working together. So, what's the hardest part about working with me? Fall in and insult me now, I don't know if you want.
I have to think about that, you know. Hardest part about working with you.
Or what's the hardest part of working on your job at Crafted?
I think the hardest part of my job, and I think it's not just me, it's anyone who's sort of in a creative role, is you have to constantly be feeding yourself things to be creatively inspired. Like, you can't just, any other job that's not got a sort of creative lane in it, you could sort of sit down and be like, right, I'm getting my work done. Whereas I can't just go without any sort of input to stimulate me. I can't create things. So if I haven't gone away and travelling or this or that, or sort of just fed my mind a good diet of inspirational sources, let's call it, I can sometimes come and be a bit flat. So the way I work is a lot of times like a sprinter. I could go a long period of time where I don't feel like I'm doing a lot, but I'm just sort of banking a lot of inspiration in my mind, and I'll be like, I'm ready to work, and I'll be like a month of intense work, and then I'll be like, do you know what I mean, I've done my sprint and then I'll stop. So I think it's just finding that balance of when to work, when to take the foot off the gas.
Like the writer's block, basically. You can't force creativity.
Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose it's an easy way of looking at it.
Yeah, and I've seen you in those moments as well. It's like, how we need a collection for 6 months' time. You're like,
not ready.
But then all of a sudden you'll just come in on a Monday and you'll be like, I've done 6. Like, like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
It's a late night in the kitchen.
Yeah, a lot of late nights. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Inspiration, I think. Yeah. What would you say, like, overall, like, if you say that's like the hard part, like what makes us totally different? Like, you can look at us like in the market as just a jewellery brand or just an accessory brand, whatever you want to say, but like I see us as more than that. Like we just had with the call we just had with a potential partner. Like, what do you think makes us different overall, like as just a brand rather than like a jewellery brand? Because I think it's obvious what makes us different as a jewellery brand.
I think from a brand point of view, I can't speak for you, but for me, I'm always very protective about lanes we go down. Like, we could very easily go down certain lanes that we know would commercially make a lot of sense, but wouldn't be right for the brand. Like, it wouldn't sit right with me. It wouldn't be something I would wear or I would, buy or anything like that. So I think there's that. I think a lot of brands can be distracted by shiny objects, what might work well for them commercially. It might put money in the bank, but it's not who they are as a brand. So I think we're very good at staying true to ourselves, staying true to what we started as, and sort of the brand DNA.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. We don't really think short term. So like we don't just launch crap. We don't just try and compete with like if someone else has got a product that we think is doing well, we don't just launch that because it's working well for someone else. We stick to what we believe our customer wants. We don't do discounts all the time. We just stick to our kind of marketing calendar, and we have our kind of set sale periods, and that's it. We're not doing 3 for 2 one week and then buy one get one free another and 50% off this. And if someone buys something and then a couple of weeks later it's on sale, we like it's annoying for customers. We consider these things. I think all in all, like we've got a long-term vision. Neither of us we've created something which is way bigger than ourselves, so we don't want another business. It's not like it's a transaction for us. So I think everybody, I think maybe 1 or 2 people have ever left the business in 6 years.
Yeah.
So I think everyone's into the vision. I think we've got a good vision. We've got a good long-term plan. So I think that makes us different because lifetime warranties for customers, all that sort of stuff. We want it to be here for a long time, not just a good time.
If I was going to do a Danny Buck signature collection, what would be in it?
Just as plain and commercial as possible. Blanks, blank hat, blank t-shirts, plain jewellery. I know, like you've got these ones on which we've done, but yeah, for me, I'm a no logos guy.
Minimals.
Minimals would be, minimals was kind of that, wasn't it? Minimals was called Essentials, wasn't it, the first time?
Essentials the first one.
We did, that was kind of the first collection we what would you say, not
The
co-design.
creative on it, yeah.
Did the creative together, which was brilliant. I still love that. I mean, it wasn't the best performing collection, was it, out of all of them? But I think over time,
I love the creative, yeah.
the creative was fantastic.
Love
Wasn't
the
it?
creative on that, yeah. It was sentimental one, wasn't it?
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah. We had all our videos, didn't we? All the kids' videos,
All the home videos.
parents' videos, home videos. Yeah.
Yeah, it was emotional.
Oh, we gotta bring that back.
Yeah.
When we do like a greatest hits. What's your favourite collection? I don't think I've asked you this. What's your favourite ever collection? It doesn't matter how it performed. Like just your favourite ever.
My favourite collection was the one we've just done, the Yacht Club collection.
That was good.
I like the designs. I like the creative. I loved everything about it. I feel like this year we started getting more stuck into creative and sort of telling stories more. Obviously I've got great help around me now, which I never had before, which I'm lucky to have. It's not just me and my scatty brain anymore. It's more structure and development behind the scenes, so that's always good. But yeah, the Yacht Club for me with the caps and the new different designs with the enamel and stuff's definitely my favourite, and that's what I'm always wearing now. So what about you?
My favourite. I love the Ice collection we did. That's October. Love that.
No ice cubans on, you know.
I know what you're doing there. It's like looking for chest now.
Where's the tennis chains?
For me, wearing it. No, my favourite collection to wear would be. I love the bead bracelets. I think even in the Yacht Club, the bead bracelets are good. I like bracelets.
Yeah.
That's my touch to the jewellery side. I used to wear Figaro chains when I was younger and stuff, but for me, I love that.
Did you big chunky figure on you younger? Is that you? Yeah.
Little thin one, silver one. Got snapped about 6 times, but yeah, that was me. I think. But I was going to ask you about the collections though. So like, I'm sure people want to know this as well.
Yeah.
How do you see them developing? So like this year we spoke about it a lot. Like we've spent a lot on launching a sub-brand sort of thing. So like Yacht Club or Legacy or like one of those like that. Like so you take Yacht Club, your favourite collection. What would we do with Yacht Club next year? Would we carry it on and like build some kind of sub-brand equity to it, or do we just put that in the bin and start do a different one?
I think, I mean, as you know, there's been a lot of stuff I've been working on behind the scenes with like clothing stuff and bits and bobs, but like there's so many iterations of the pieces of me trying to get it perfect. Like you mentioned before, I'd like to think the clothing will go into it at some point. I think I've finally got the t-shirts right, at least how I want them to fit, so I think I'll see how it's going.
T-shirts?
Yeah, this is one now.
Yeah?
Yeah, boy.
Can I get one of them?
I'll get you a sample done. Nice. Little boxy fit one.
This is what you do. You get the samples, you keep them all, and then all of a sudden it's like we're launching these.
Yeah, you're ready. We're ready. Yeah, I see us going deeper on certain collections.
Yeah.
I always want to sort of be innovating and doing stuff that, you know, that catches my eye, that I just like. I'll always do that because I think it's important. That's how the brand started. So if I'm not doing that, then it's like, where's the fun in it for me? I'll always just be designing stuff that I like. But obviously I built for business reasons. Well, I always just want to go deeper on certain stuff as well. That might be, you know, I might view as boring, but I'll always, you know, always got to do the right thing by the business. So
this is it. You know, you can be sexy, I can be boring. It's the like, we can bring a product out which would be great, and then we want to be inclusive as much as we can on sizing. I think that's the big thing that we're learning, especially in America. They want bigger sizes, chunkier sizes.
Yeah.
It might be not specifically what you would wear, but the style, like a Cuban as an example, like a version of a Cuban can be 2mm, or it could be like like 812s, whatever, the ice store, and there's all different versions. This is what we're learning about the jewellery industry as we go, because we're still infants in it. There's high street brands that have been around
babies
for 50 years, so it's great. It's what an industry to be in. Like, it gives us the opportunity to sell, like say, t-shirts if we want to. I don't think we'll ever go into like a mad, like we're not going to be a clothing brand, are we?
No.
But like, it gives us the opportunity to do collections, I think, as part of it, to support things and limited editions, and that could be the community crossover we're looking at. I'd love to do athleisure, some of it.
I
just
think
for my own personal, like now I'm looking at these things. I want a brand on everything that I wear.
Yeah.
Obviously wearing stuff in the gym quite a lot, but these things are like, these are full-on industries which I don't want to take on when we're market leader in the men's space.
No, I think it's nice to be able to just launch little capsules here and there, and there's no pressure on it either because it's not a part of the business. It's just a little add-on. So we want to make some t-shirts or some caps or whatever, we can do it, and there's no pressure on it because it's just an add-on and it's just something that we'd want to wear. So
how many collections do you think we'll launch next year?
I don't know, I haven't started designing them yet. So I have no idea. I haven't done any designing for next year yet. I'm way behind.
I know one that you're working on, which is a collaboration.
Oh yeah, we've got a collaboration, yeah. But again, I haven't started designing that yet either.
Yeah. Still in commercials.
Yeah, still in discussions, but that'll be exciting. Yeah, that'll be exciting, yeah.
And then potential distribution. We're looking at more ways to distribute quicker, faster, cheaper.
More regions.
Yeah, more regions, more locations. We have considered stores. We're looking at stores or physical, at least, as well.
Yeah,
more ways for people to try the product on, more cars on the road, as we could say. Yeah.
I just want it in more hands, on more necks, on more wrists, on more fingers. Just want to see it everywhere, man. Just want everyone wearing it.
Yeah.
That's the buzz. I just want everyone wearing it. I want everyone enjoying it, and I want it to make everyone feel a certain kind of way when they wear it. That's it, really. Everything else is whatever.
Yeah. I think this is what we've done by holding the price, not discounting too much. People like, I think, I can't remember the guy's name, but he said it was like a guy who, his brother was in a coma or something like that. One of the customers that reached out to us, and he said ever since he's had a wing pendant, and like there's some meaning behind it, and you kind of see things differently in that this guy, and you know that he's bought
That was beautiful.
A pendant from us, but that pendant means so much more to that guy.
Yeah.
So he's got that pendant for life from us now. That story, we know that story. We replace it, whatever, like anything happens, we replace that for free forever, because he's a part of our journey now. That story has gone around our office. We've talked about it. We think, wow, so like there's meaning, like proper meaning behind that.
We should do something like that. We should dig into the community and say who's got pendants that have sort of got attached meaning to them.
Yeah.
And shine a light on them.
It's a great idea. We
should definitely do that.
Tell stories.
Yeah, 100%. That'd be nice to do.
Because that is a great story. The Olympic guy, we won't say who, but like one of the Olympic
Olympian
sprinter,
yeah,
was wearing CRAFTD throughout the race, wasn't he?
Yeah. That was sick.
Got a medal. Did say that? Yeah. Yes, it's Who? It's probably not worth talking about. But in terms of famous people that have worn it, we've been quite surprised as well by some of the people that have bought from us. Haven't we?
100%.
It's not it's not just something which we think is just kind of like a mass market thing for us. It's always been kind of just, we see it as Nike, don't we? Like it's something we want to be at all levels. Nike have managed to do it. Different price points, different entry points, different markets, different archetypes. I think if we can pull that off, that's a big thing to do. It's a hard thing to do for a brand. But we have entry level pricing, we have higher pricing, we have all these different accessories, and then somebody wearing a gemstone necklace is very different to someone wearing a thin Cuban. So it's reaching different parts of the market, and how do we do that? We seem to be doing it okay now. How do we grow into those is going to be mad. I think understanding the trends a bit more as well, something I'm picking up on. Like we had a good year for pearls, not so much this year. So is that something that happens in the men's jewellery space too? Are we just going to see a style come in and then go away?
Yeah.
Do we look to the women's industry for inspiration? Because that's where pearls came from, didn't they? They came into the men's space.
Yeah. But it's interesting, I feel like men's jewellery is sort of overtaking the women's now. Like, I see a lot of women wearing men's jewellery, which is cool. I think jewellery is one of them for me anyway. I think if you like it, you wear it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether it's men's or women's. Like, who's to say? If you like it, wear it. So I think you see a lot of women out wearing our jewellery, which is great to see.
Yeah, and we can explain why we chose men's jewellery as well. Like we launched a women's collection, didn't we? I don't remember, was it for year one?
Year one, yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't do great. And we kind of decided off the back of that we would just go all in on men's, because there wasn't a leader in the men's space, and we got the opportunity to be the market leader. And then, I wouldn't say never in the future, but for now, we feel that we are in a great place with just like, obviously it's multi-gender, and we never like put anything on that, but like in terms of like our models and kind of like positioning, if you like, it's more men that buy the jewellery than women, isn't it?
a more natural route to take. If I was to start designing women's, I could miss the mark 9 out of 10 times. So it's just it was a natural move to do the men's rather than the women's.
Yeah.
But never say never.
All right. It's a pretty good chat. Anything else you want to say to me?
What are you most thankful for about since we started, from when we started to now? What are you most grateful for?
The money. No. Do you know what? The freedom. Totally the freedom. Because I know they come hand in hand. The money comes, the freedom comes with the money. But the truth is, I'm not tied to a desk. I'm not tied to a location. I'm not tied to a particular member. I'm not tied to you. Like, you know, don't have to answer to anybody. I think it's the freedom, and that freedom has been passed down to all the team as well. Like, everybody has their own freedoms. No one's forced to be in a location. We choose to meet up on a Wednesday, and if someone can't make it, they don't come. But for me, I'm most thankful for my freedom, because it's a value which I think if I didn't have would really grate against my what's kind of inbuilt inside me, I think.
Yeah, 100%. That was by design though, wasn't it? That's what drew me to you, and in the beginning was I'd seen what you'd post and sort of your outlook, and you always wanted to build your life and your business around freedom, and I always thought the same way, and that was one of the main things that drew me to you and why I wanted to get into business with you was for that reason. So it's no coincidence, it's no accident. That was all by design, wasn't it?
I think, yeah, maybe I should start talking about that more than I do. Yeah, kind of, I write it down internally, but I do forget about it. Like that is my living life on my own terms. That's the mission, traveling, and But the truth of it is, the business and the technology that we've got now, and we can run the business from anywhere and at any time. We have people. You know, at one stage we had customer service in Mexico. We had designers in all parts of the world, and they're all part of the team still. It's strange, isn't it, the way that we've got the tech to do it, with the video calls and the remote software we use and whatnot. And so I think it's possible to grow the company remotely or with freedom in mind. But you know, I do still, more so now, do value being in person more. I think in lockdown it was a dream, because obviously the business grew, the business developed in lockdown, so we had the infrastructure for it. And I love the idea of working from home, going to the gym at home, all of those type of things. But then you actually realise I've not left the house, I'm still in my gym game. And if the only people I've spoke to today are either my wife, my cat, my dog, or somebody on a video call.
Speak to your cat and your dog?
I do, actually, yeah, I do.
That's interesting.
I know. They're more interesting than a lot of humans, actually. I think the physical stuff, especially the Wednesday, the social meetups we do, the parties, all that sort of stuff, I think they're really, really important if you have a remote company. I think you need them. And I didn't used to think, I thought you could do the whole thing.
No, you need human interaction just for the culture of the business, isn't it?
Yeah.
People need to just feel a part of something, 100%.
Yeah. Right, so we thank the team, thank the community, thank everybody. Anybody you'd like to say thank you to specifically at CRAFTD for 6 years of support?
I mean, the thing that I'm most thankful for is that I'm able to do it with people that I like just doing cool shit with cool people is what I'm most thankful for. Like, I don't spend time with anyone I don't want to spend time with. I get along with all the staff. They wouldn't be members of staff if we didn't get on with them. It's like spending time with your mates and just having fun with it. So all the members of staff, they're all just like, it's all like a family, isn't it? That's what I'm thankful for.
Super thankful. The attitude that everyone's got, everyone's driven by results, everyone wants to win, but also everyone understands the ideology of balance they get. And I think they're thankful for us as well for giving that. If somebody wants to walk the dog, they can walk the dog. Someone wants to go to the gym early, they can do that. But you know, everybody wants to win. Everybody wants us to lead. We see ourselves as pioneers. So I think for me, definitely thankful for the team. Thankful for the customers. Obviously, impossible to do without the customers. Yeah, I think thankful for the kind of relationships that we've got. I think we've done incredible. You are a very cool guy for everything that you've done. You definitely helped with the overlay of everything that goes on in the brand. So thankful for you as well. Yeah. we've got it good. We've got it good. We should be very, very, very happy with
Blessed.
ourselves. Yeah, I'm blessed.
Blessed, very blessed. Yeah. Long may it continue.